What is a Viking? Some people will swear to you that the word is just an occupation. Then you went Viking, and then you became a Viking. The truth is that the ancient Scandinavians never even used the word Viking. At least not in that modern, oversimplified context that people use today. On this episode of How the Heathen, we're diving deep into the complex history behind this term, exploring what the term truly means and how it has been shaped over the centuries. From fierce warriors to skilled traders, the story of the Vikings is rich and multifaceted. Because this is How the Heathen. When someone hears the word Viking, they might picture fierce, leather-clad warriors with top knots, tattoos, and axes raised high, charging into battle. Even envision grand figures like Thor and Odin as depicted in Marvel movies, wielding godlike powers amidst epic battles. However, the truth about Vikings is far more nuanced and intriguing than just the bloodthirsty raiders Hollywood often portrays. According to Oxford Languages Dictionary, the term Viking refers to any of the Scandinavian seafaring pirates and traders who raided and settled in many parts of northwestern Europe in the 8th to 11th centuries. But this definition is a result of what we might call lazy scholarship, oversimplifying a complex history. In reality, the term Viking has evolved over time and now commonly refers to any Scandinavian from that era, reducing a rich tapestry of cultures to a single label. It wasn't a job or an occupation. Rather, it described a period of history marked by exploration, trade, and settlement. Ancient Scandinavians didn't have a specific name for themselves or their culture. It was simply their way of life. They weren't obsessed with labels like we are today, which adds another layer of complexity to our understanding of who they were. The Old Norse word vikinger denoted those who ventured on seafaring expeditions, not just raiders, but also explorers and traders. The term comes from vik, meaning bay or inlet, and ing, a feminine descriptive ending. To go Viking meant embarking on an adventure out into the unknown from the safety of one's bay. This is a far cry from the way we now use the term, which often invokes images of bloodthirsty pirates, missing the fact that these seafarers also had a farming class, craftsmen, merchants, and community builders. While we are discussing these ancient communities, why not join a modern community that uses ancient wisdom you can easily unlock? Modern HAVAMAL, which is a contemporary take of poetry on the timeless teachings of Norse culture. This book blends powerful poetry with practical life lessons, guiding you on your journey of self-discovery and empowerment. So grab your copy today through the link in the description and start embracing the strength of Odin's wisdom. Calling a Viking a pirate was absolute absurdity, because the word pirate didn't even exist during the Viking Age. It originated from the Latin word pirata, meaning sea robber, but it didn't make its way into the English language until the 15th century during the golden age of piracy. Unlike Vikings, who were often explorers and traders as much as raiders, pirates were usually state-sanctioned robbers known as privateers. So when we label Vikings as pirates, we're actually applying a modern term that oversimplifies their complex lives and contributions to history. During the 18th and 19th century, British historians began to use the term Viking to describe these Scandinavian adventurers. This was a time when artists and writers celebrated emotion, nature, and the glorious past, often painting the Vikings as noble savages. These romanticized portrayals inspired a new fascination with the Viking Age, but they often left out the rich tapestry of what is now known as Viking life. Instead of highlighting their roles as traders, settlers, and explorers, these depictions leaned heavily towards their fierce, warrior-like images. During the Romantic era of the late 18th to mid-19th century, Europe experienced a renewed fascination with medieval and Norse history, giving rise to many historical inaccuracies that continue to persist to this day. Among the most iconic was the idea of Vikings wearing horned helmets, a misconception that originated in 1876 with the production of Richard Wagner's De Ring des Nibelungen. To make the characters look more dramatic than exotic, costume designer Carl Emil Doppler outfitted Viking characters with horned helmets. This theatrical choice became widely influential, embedding itself in popular culture, despite the fact that no historical evidence supports Vikings wearing such helmets in battle. Around the same period, English historian Samuel Lang introduced readers to Norse sagas through his 1844 translation of Snorri Sturluson's Heimskringla, a collection detailing the lives of Norse kings. Lang's translation popularized the term Viking in English, using it to describe Norse seafarers and raiders, and fed the growing appetite for stories of these fierce explorers. Combined with other romanticized depictions, Lang's translation and Wagner's costuming fueled a powerful, albeit fictional, image of Vikings that endures today. A blend of fearless warriors and mythical figures that captivates modern imaginations. Imaginations of men like Larry Lieber, Jack Kirby, and Stan Lee. Thor was created from Marvel Comics by writer Stan Lee, scripter Larry Lieber, and artist Jack Kirby. His first appearance in Journey into Mystery number 83 in 1962. Lee and Kirby were inspired by Norse mythology and wanted to bring the Thunder God into the Marvel Universe, adapting him as a superhero with modern twists, unique powers, and a connection to other iconic Marvel characters. Their version of Thor became one of Marvel's most enduring heroes, blending ancient mythology with superhero-style storytelling. Much of that storytelling changed the narrative of the ancient forces and deities worshipped by ancient Scandinavians. In shows like Vikings or movies from Marvel, the characters are depicted as larger-than-life figures battling for honor and glory, often with dramatic music and sweeping landscapes. While these portrayals are visually captivating, they don't fully capture the ancient Scandinavian way of life. These ancient Scandinavians established trade routes, exchanged goods, and spread their culture across vast distances, leaving a lasting impact on Europe. It's important to remember that beneath the armor and battle cries, there were real people with dreams, ambitions, and communities. Moreover, these people were not just raiders. They were settlers who established many towns that have become major metropolitan cities today. For instance, Dublin, which means Black Pool in Old Norse, was founded by Ivar the Boneless and the Great Heathen army. This city is a testament to the enduring legacy of the Viking Age. They didn't just come to conquer. They laid the groundwork for vibrant communities that continue to thrive in the modern world. The Vikings built homes, created markets, and even formed alliances with local tribes, proving that their ambitions went far beyond mere conquest. It is important to note that when an area was established as a community or a settlement, the Scandinavians, unlike the Roman Empire, didn't rule over the area that they just conquested. More so, they assimilated into the culture. So, when we think of Vikings, it's crucial to understand the broader picture. They were not simply bloodthirsty warriors, but skilled navigators and settlers who helped shape the world we know today. Their voyages opened new trade routes and connected distant lands, enriching cultures and communities along the way. They left behind a legacy that included not only tales of bravery and adventure, but also stories of exploration, trade, and community building. Embracing this richer understanding allows us to appreciate the true spirit of the Vikings, adventurous, resourceful, and deeply connected to the world around them. Thanks for sailing along with us as we cut through the bullshit and get to the real story of the Vikings. And if you dug this deep dive, smash that like button, drop a comment, and don't forget to hit subscribe to keep the fire inside burning. We want to hear what you think, so lay it on us in the comments. What blew your mind, or what questions have you got? And make sure to check out this other video that the algorithm is suggesting for you for even more badass insights into Norse culture. And remember, until next time, stay fucking savage.